Big up John Tesh. What up, man?
John Tesh is a savage. Shout out.
Entertainment tonight, John. Hold on.
Yo, he's so classic, B.
Yeah.
He's so classic. John Tesh gonna get so much ass when the NBA start playing again on NBC. B. He's just waiting. He's waiting for that random pussy. He can't wait.
We're gonna talk about that, man. Definitely. What up, man? How are you? How you doing? Good to see you.
Yo, man, I'm good. I'm just here. I'm glad we just gonna talk about some bullshit. You know what I mean? It's been a rough 24, and we all know why. And you know what I mean? Just it's gonna be nice to talk about some basketball. Peace, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, peace to everybody joining in.
Chris Medina in the building.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But definitely, big up, rest in peace, DJ Polo, rest in peace, Chino XL. You know what I'm saying? And major blows to the whole shit.
Yeah,
so,
man.
But yeah, tonight this is a special episode of Carrying the Culture Show with our man Breeze, Boogie Down Bronx Juggernauts, and this is always fun because we do it every few months. I mean, there's always something going on in the league, but we started talking basketball. We did a show on New York point guards, so we've been for about over a year now. We've been doing this.
Yeah, I love these, man. I love these, B.
It's fun. It's fun. Hour goes by quick. So, and we actually have a lot to get into. So, I'm gonna kind of do it on some pardon the interruption, around the horn, kind of quick hits, so we can kind of get to a lot of stuff. If I can find my notes, but yeah, man. And then before we leave, before we get out of here, I definitely want to make sure that we talk a little Juggernauts and stuff like that. The re-release drop. So yeah, what I'm saying, we gotta definitely, talk that. So let's get into it. Guys got comments in it, everything, drop them down there. We're just talking basketball for this show, man. So let's rock. So I wanted to get your take, man. Overall state of the game, the NBA, with the traveling and this and that and just wild flopping and just whatever. Where are you with the whole NBA right now? Because I'm kind of disgusted.
Honestly, I feel like the WNBA right now is a better product. I watch that. They let them play. They physical. There's a lot of ball movement, a lot of backdoor cuts. It's like basketball. It's like a team game for the ones that's winning. And I just think the coming down, chucking, you got dudes who have no business shooting threes, shooting 5 threes a game. Nobody needs to see that. I mean? You got to understand, even if you ain't a role player, you assume a role. And your role isn't to do whatever you want. Your role is to do whatever you're most effective with. And these catches is yo, I'm coming down. Everybody think their coach is Mike D'Antoni. it's not like that, fam. Change the shit. And I feel like the reffing is ridiculous. I don't know how they got, all right, let's go to Secaucus and you still get the call wrong. You know what I mean? Exactly. Thank you. And Bizzle, you know what I mean? If you want to teach basketball, you could take clips and show, but if you have some young dudes, you see that backdoor cut? You see that? Nice little bounce pass? That's what I want you to do.
Right.
In and out, step back, hit the side of the backboard. Not really what I drew up.
Yeah. And the you got this, like you said, people shooting threes that should not be shooting threes. They make one and then it's all over with, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you saw the clip of Patrick Ewing, calling the player out. He was like, "What's this one-legged step back?" He was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Who taught you that?"
I love that clip. He was like, "Do you practice this on a daily basis?" He was like, "Then what do you do? Why are you doing it?" I was like, "Yo, because I've coached before," and the shorties it's kind of like that episode of the Boondocks when Riley is just killing everybody. And he's just dribbling through presses, and then he, shoots an air ball layup and shit.
Right. Yeah. So I agree with you, man. And as my man said, and Bizzle, it's everything. As with everything, is to me, it's way more entertainment than actual sport now. They fucked up the All-Star game. Just keep it East-West and just keep it moving. They changed that 6 or 7 times. dunk contest is trash. Like, it's just like, to me, it's like some WWE shit with a little bit of basketball. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, WWE needs to sue a lot of motherfuckers right now because I feel like a lot of dudes have taken the WWE template and applied it to their lives, and I'm like, yo, man, just play the game.
It's the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? The WWE shit. I mean,
Life
for the goofiness, for goofy life. All right, free agency moves, trades. I mean, there was so much going on in the past. Like when this summer started, I was like, damn, I gotta get Breeze on, man. Like this is like crazy. Like I mean, I couldn't keep up, but like, you know what I mean. So I actually have have it up as far as like by team, all of their acquisitions and stuff. So like whatever you want to get into. I mean, I just a lot of moves. Let's just talk. We'll talk our teams later. Well,
okay.
We have the same team actually now, so I'm about that.
I like that.
Hell yeah, man! I'm all. Yeah, all right, I'm Knicks all day, man. Fuck out of here. So, like I'm just gonna have it up. I see here, like Paul George. Like
I'm so glad you led with that.
Okay, where you want to go with it? I'll let you take it. Go ahead.
You know what's funny now? It's like now that all these cats got their like podcasts, I feel like it's like instant tampering because it's like, yo, this and that, and they keep alluding to stuff and hinting to stuff, and you'll see the stuff, and then after the fact, they try to play like, oh, I'm such a victim and shit. And Paul George, like, I don't know. I guess it is what it is. I guess they did disrespect him. You can definitely feel disrespected, but I just feel like him going to Philly, it just weakened the league. I think it weakened the league. And everybody's like, oh, Philly on paper, this and that. Look at them on paper, this and that. But it's on paper. They paper champs. Like, at the end of the day, you basically got one horse there. You know what I mean? You got Maxey is the horse. You know them dudes is only playing 65% of the neither one of them dudes will be eligible for MVP.
I tell my man,
neither one of them dudes.
And I said, what's the max on NBA? I said 60, 65 max. If he plays 65 games, I'd be. Same with George. He's not healthy. And the thing with George is, man, that really gets me. I don't know if you ever seen the clip where he basically said like he's not a number one dude. Like he said, like I'm not a number one option. Like I know he goes, I'm I think I'm more suited as a number two. Then why you want to get paid max money then? Like he said that shit, and when I lost, like man, I was like, whoa, like who talks like that as like a professional athlete says, I'm not, as if you're because you want to still be talked about like that, but yeah, so that was crazy. I don't know if you've ever seen it. That was wild.
I haven't seen that, but if you're expecting max money, then you're number one. I mean,
yeah.
And at the end of the day, the things that he would have to do for Philly to excel, he'd have to be a true two-way. He's not a two-way anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? And it's like it's not as bad as what Harden is now. Obviously, like Harden was never a great defender. PG had his moments.
Right.
But I don't think he can expend that energy. And then when you just it's just weird. Like the domino effect that happened after him leaving, like kind of like what happened then with the Clippers. I mean, that Kevin Porter Jr. signing, they're like, yo, that was wild.
Yeah,
that was wild. So it's like these cats trying to fill in the blanks, and I'll never count them out because I do feel, coach wise, like he'll figure something out. But I just PG, it looks good. It's a paper champ, man. It looks great on paper, but
we know they're not doing nothing. I mean, MB can't make it past the second round. He's gonna be hurt. Yo, as I was telling my man, he's always hurt, man. This dude's face was sliding off last year. His face was sliding off. Like, what kind of injury is that when your face is falling off?
That was wild in real time. I was like, yo, what's good with his face?
Yeah.
His face is literally drooping.
His face is sliding off. Like, he got the craziest injuries. Like, he's not reliable, man. And then he talks, and I hate dudes that talk that haven't won shit and don't win shit. He whines and talks. So,
and he's dirty.
Yeah,
let's not like he's just like straight up dirty. And I mean, I don't think he almost beat the Knicks. I think Maxey, and people ain't talking about this, but the transition with Maxey from like, all right, cool, this is all you, to now you got to play with PG.
yeah,
That's going to take some maturity on Maxey's part to be like, okay, cool, I'm going to defer because we're paying him this much and I respect him. And, he probably grew up idolizing, because a lot of these cats around Maxey's age, like they look at PG like he's,
yeah,
like he's mellow, like the
yeah.
way my son looked at Mello. And now you got to play next to him. And you got to share the ball with him.
But
So
it should run through Maxey though. I
it
mean,
should.
if there's, it should. It should. I don't.
As we say, it should. But if you're gonna tell PG, like, as he waves off PG, is PG gonna be like, oh cool, let me just run down the court and run off the screen and try to get an open three, catch and shoot? Is that what Paul George is gonna do?
No,
Because he hasn't been known to be a catch and shoot
of course.
player. He needs to create. So let's see
You know,
how that goes. I feel like nobody's talking about that, but that could be interesting.
are there any moves that you that stood out for you, either do trades or free agency? I'm looking at some. Well, definitely before we move off of this, I want to talk about like a lot of the money that some of these cats are getting. I'm looking at Evan Mobley extensions and shit. Like some of these extensions, I'm like, oh, bags for nothing.
Yeah, Cat's got some money. I mean, which one really jumped out to me as somebody who was like, wow, he ain't worth that. I don't even want to say that, because at the end of the day, it's like, get your money.
Yeah,
But
get your money. In terms of just,
but
I mean,
there may be some buyer's remorse.
I'm looking at Cade Cunningham, who was like hurt a lot, but he averaged 20 points when he was there. So I'm like, but he got the max. Evan Mobley from the Cavs, the lanky center, like, damn, you worth like $250 million or whatever, like
Yeah,
why?
he's been getting bodied, because they're like, okay, cool, you're getting pretty much $250 million to get pushed around by Mitch. And that's just what it is. I guess until he gets in the weight room, you're gonna get pushed around by Mitch. It's just what it is. Both of them, him and Allen. It's just what it is. It's a rite of passage. It's the rite of spring. Like, time to get bullied by Mitchell Robinson. Like, that's just gonna happen.
Yep. I can't wait till we get to some of the Nick deals, because that Jalen Brunson deal, I'm looking at that. Who got a crazy deal? Let's see. It's
I'm looking now at some of these dudes.
I think the DeMar trade to Sacramento is going to be good for them.
I thought that was actually one of the better trades that like under the radar trades that people weren't talking about as much, because, and even his exit was kind of bugged out, because when he left and they said it was because of Giddey, I was like, wow, I mean, I'm sure that was simplifying it, but that's what the word was, that he was trying to bounce because of Josh Giddey. They didn't like the idea. One, he did not he didn't like losing, what's his name? Caruso.
Yep.
And then to bring in that dude. So at the end of the day, it's like, we'll see what happens.
Okay, so real quick, Scotty Barnes got like Emmanuel quickly got paid too.
I'm happy for Quickly. Obviously, it's crazy. After this free agency, now somebody like RJ is like, wow, what a bargain. You know what I mean? And you gotta say, like, Rose, when he gave him that money, the foresight was like, look, this is gonna be like minimum wage in a little while.
Right.
And he was right. I think OG, we overpaid, obviously. And I'm talking about him in regards. Well, we're not talking about our squad, yet, so we'll come back to him.
The Knicks, and somebody said talk about the Knicks. So yeah, we'll definitely talk Knicks closer to the.
But a low key great pickup, Gary Trent. I thought the Gary Trent to Milwaukee joint, I was kind of kicking myself because I was like, yo, he's. I always like Gary
Oh,
Trent.
he's a solid.
He always gets buckets. He's a solid player, and for them, he's perfect. Like he's gonna play, and he's definitely gonna. What's up, Will? He's definitely gonna make them a better team because at this point, they are getting a little bit old, and I feel like he's kind of entering his prime. So especially at the guard position, I love Dame, but getting a little long in the tooth.
Yeah, Dame definitely is.
So he can come in, he can hit a clutch three, he can play tough nose defense. Word, I like Gary Trent a lot.
Yeah, he's good. It's funny. He plays. I mean, games so much different from his. I mean, it's like as far as Gary Trent Senior. Like,
And somebody just mentioned Tyus Jones. That was
he,
also a really wise pickup. So the Bucks are playing chess out here. Word up.
solid pickup. I'm just looking through here. I mean, the Celtics seem like they got endless money. Like,
Yes.
they,
Yes.
and then crazy move by the owners to put the team up right after. Like, whoa, like,
They're like, we won this chip. Let's get this
we
money.
cash in, like, you know what I mean? So
I ain't
that's
even mad at them.
nah,
Take the money and run.
hell yeah. I mean, you can just ride off in the sunset or go do something else. Um, you brought up the WNBA. I mean, let's just talk, I guess, more specifically, like just the wildness with like the whole Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, like just I don't think excess drama, to be honest with you. Like, but I think we feed off of drama, so I think that's again more
Yeah.
WWE. It's kind of
I
like
I kind of love it. I love that, if you watch the sport, like ladies could ball. I mean, I've been out, I've played on courts with with ladies. And as far as what's her name? Was it Asia? Asia, she's the MVP.
yeah, yeah. From Spark, Las Vegas joint.
What's Asia last name, Kayla? Asia Wilson. Yeah, my daughter helped me. Yeah. She's a bucket. Like she's a straight bucket. I think she could come and she could average in the teens on an NBA team. You know what I mean? If you could, because she can go sneak. She just plays ball. Asia, thank you. And when you look at like that level of skill, there's never been anybody like her. And last year in the All-Star voting, she was the top vote getter. I think she got 90,000 votes. This year the top vote getter was Caitlin. I think she got 800,000.
Yeah.
And Asia, I think, got 600,000. Angel got 400,000. So at the end of the day, it's like one, it's a good product. They play hard. And to be honest, it's like it's hard for me when the NBA season's over. What up, C?
Big up.
And so it's like if it's more ball, like I'm gonna watch basketball. Whoever's playing it, and I've been to games. It's fun. And BK, I went to the game, the first game when Angel came, and they beat us, and then Liberty ran off like 9 in a row after that. Liberty got a great squad. Sabrina pulls from 30 routinely. And when you look at what's happening now with the Olympics, it's kind of bug because it kind of lines up with we could talk about them and talk to the Olympics and the transition to the men's team. I kind of see why I get sad too. I kind of see why they didn't put Caitlin on the squad because one, she was busy. She wasn't able to really like rock with them and practice with them, to get no type of chemistry. So then if they put on a squad and they don't play her, it would be like the same shit with Jason Tatum times 1,000. You know what I mean? Because, there's certain, she's basically like white Jesus with a vagina to certain people, in certain parts of the country. And they'd be like, nah, we're trying to acclimate her. And You know what I mean? It would backfire. It would make a good story a bad story. So I'm glad they got it out of the way and just said, look, you ain't on it 4 years, maybe, you'll probably be on it. So at the end of the day, I'm just glad they're getting the attention, man. You know what I mean? I think that's a really good look.
No,
So
it's good. The one thing that's been disappointing to me to see, at least earlier on, it seemed like a lot of the older heads in the league seemed like they was on some serious hating shit with SARS with these youngins. And I'm like, me and my man was like, yo, you should be happy. There's eyes on your game now. Like this is more, eyes for you and stuff like that, rather than like. So it seemed like that vibe was kind of there, kind of like, well, we've been here. Like, what about us? Type shit. It's like, yo, like.
I think it was part that, and I think it would be stupid because some of them was like, hey, we appreciate the attention, but I think part of it was just like hazing. You know what I mean? It's just like, yo, you're not gonna come through and just think your new body and shit. You're not gonna. So let me see how good you are.
I think part was that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For what it's worth, she's kind of been doing it. 19 assists. Like, that's insane. You know what I mean? So
no, she been getting busy. And she can play, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like she can play. Fucking.
I like the attitude. The shot is amazing, and the fact that she's like, this ain't college. Like, these girls could play. That's why you see the assist numbers going up.
Yeah.
So, but when it's all said and done, and she averages 17 and 10, like that. That's probably gonna be all WNBA numbers.
Yeah.
Nobody's out there averaging a double like that from the point guard position.
I think it's wild that, like, I never imagined I'd be talking WNBA hoops, like, like, I mean, so I think it's good. I mean, I've hooped with ladies a few times that had some, like, jumper on money, you know what I mean? Like, whack, bow, bow. So, like, I think it's good. I mean, I think it's good. I think we overhype shit though. Sometimes I'm like, come on, man. That like, I think we take stuff to another level sometimes, and it's like, man, let it just be what it is. Like, rather than trying to make it.
I think what's good now is the Olympics wise, like they're smashing team. They're smashing countries. Like, they're just stomping. They're more like the dream team than the men's team, and the men are kind of getting it together. But that's a good question. We're gonna talk about.
Yeah, we will. Is Steve Kerr, like, what's up with him? Like, he lost his marbles or something. Like, is he playing games? Someone said, like, someone said, yo, Steve Kerr hit with the master flex, but like causing dissension amongst the Celtics. I mean, it was just a joke, like just. Like Tatum, like not have this guy on and that. So I don't know, man. Like, because people saying that this team could beat the dream team, and I'm like, oh, what you think
they
about?
Wildin'. That's not. They wildin'. That's not happening.
Yeah, I don't see that.
No, they not. That's not happening.
Okay.
I mean, they beat South Sudan by 2 points in a exhibition game. Like,
they don't have a.
Come on now.
They don't have an indoor court in the country.
Come on, fam. Q Unique in the building.
Q Unique.
You know what I mean? So
they don't have an indoor court.
But the women are stomping mud holes in whole countries. Yeah. So I love it. I just love to see the dominance. You know what I mean? We'll see if the men could continue. It's highly unlikely though. Have you seen Canada? You seen them play yet?
Yeah, they're tough.
Shay
Tough.
Shay is doing. He's doing N1 shit out there. He's doing hot sauce shit on dudes out there. He's like, come here. Let me give you some of this Toronto hot sauce. Like, he's kind of killing them. RJ's playing solid. They got Dylan the villain. They got Dort. Like, they
is so stiff, man. Like oil in his joints or something. What is he? The man from the Wizard of Oz? Like, he's like a mechanical, like, he's like a rockin' sock'em basketball player. Like, it's just like I've never. Like, he's so stiff watching him play.
And Bizzle, they might beat us. I ain't gonna lie. If we play off game, Canada's beating us.
Listen, the U.S. This team ain't like Charles Barkley throwing Angolan cats across the room. Like they're not. The world has closed the gap, man, and I don't. That's why I don't think this team is like it wasn't like they was together for a while either. I mean, this team is they got solid players, but like
You
I don't know, like
know, the problem is your old problem. The problem's LeBron. Yo,
he's always a problem in a lot of
fam,
teams.
you're a slasher. Just be like, you are a slasher. Like, you are a sharpshooter slasher. You can't do nothing else. I don't want to hear about you trying to, him trying to boogie. I think it was against Germany. He was like dribbling and then he fell. And then I was like, yo, fam, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I want to say we're not losing to Canada, but if LeBron's going to go out there and in and out cross 47 times, it's not, that's not helping.
He think he doing drills and shit like for the gram and shit like chill. like
When if he's in the open court and if he's cutting, great.
they
All
can
of that. Get some rebounds.
they can be beat, man. And Kerr has no idea what he is doing. Like I don't know.
He started Tatum the last game after not playing him at all for two games.
He sits Embiid this whole game. Embiid didn't play this last game, and now he's starting against I think Puerto Rico.
And he said something like, "Oh, it's situational from game to game." So it's like he's the anti-Tibbs and shit. Right. I'm like, okay, fam. Let's see how that works as far as continuity.
I felt like an idiot though. Like, what do you? No, you felt like an idiot after everybody told you was fucking like, what the fuck was you doing? Like, how did you?
Yeah, you're literally sitting this dude right here who just want to chip. Like, come on, fam. What are you doing?
What do you think about the Derek White edition over Jaylen Brown?
I thought it was smart, to be honest with you. I think that dude he's not flashy and all that, but he's I mean, it kind of sucks. Like, if I was Jaylen Brown, I would be looking at them crazy because he had his improvement with his outside shooting, improvement on defense, no more weird left-handed atrophy, spontaneous atrophy moments. Like, he actually got a lot better. But I like Derek White. Derek White is just like, he's just the type of dude you look at, you underestimate him, and then at the end of the game, he blocked you twice and, hit like a key jump in your face. Yeah, we got some good comments. Jalen Brunson on team, but I like White. I really think he's like, it's crazy to say that he's underrated, but I think he's kind of underrated.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's underrated. That's a good point. My man said the same thing. I mean, I think Brown kind of like speaking all publicly about it was some wild shit. Like he was just like, oh, I thought that was kind of wild. But these new dudes are kind of different. So someone did say before we move on we're gonna move on to the Lakers and some Bronny James madness. But someone did ask if the Celtics were the team to beat in the East still, and I mean I think so at this point. Still, you agree with that or no? Yeah, I mean
they gotta be.
Right.
I mean, they won the what was it, a 15 game lead they finished. Nobody was close to them.
Right.
They kind of ran. I don't want to hear it was a weak playoffs and this and that. Look, man, it happens. And it's not like they didn't have their own issues in regards to health, and whatnot. Porzingis, and you still got through it. Like, he was able, to like kind of set it off for them. And then they got depth. They got a good squad. I just think at the end of the day, what happened to us, we started dropping like flies.
Yeah.
And I don't see us, I guess we're gonna jump ahead to talk about our squad, but those moves that were made, I think they were smart. I think we caught an L with Hartenstein, but y'all acting like Hartenstein was, a second coming of, I don't even know, Patrick Ewing or freaking Moses Malone. He's not that. If we're gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he got a bag too. I mean, everybody's shit was inflated. Man. He got a bag, you know. They wanted to keep him though. I guess, I guess the way the new cap rules are, it's kind of tweaking things, for people. Um, but okay, let's talk. Let's talk Julius, man. I think Julius got to go. Julius got to go.
Mm.
To me. I think. Well,
Well,
he's gonna slow your whole. Because now you got, it's Villanova North now, and so now you got like you're gonna see Randall in the paint, just working the clock down. I mean,
but we got nobody really like. I love all them Nova dudes, but I mean the only dude who's gonna post somebody up is Brunson.
well, I'm saying you need to get somebody for it. But I think you need to get somebody that just fits more with the offense. Do you think Randall fits with them now? I mean, look how well they did. Look, to me, they had a really good shot of beating the Celtics without Randall. And I think they might have, been a detriment if he might have been there. Like, so I don't know. You liking Randall? How's he fit with the squad?
14-2 when they had him. They didn't have Mitch and healthy OG. Now, obviously, it's going to be different now with my Cal. But 14-2 with Randall. My man was running the floor. My man was not bringing the ball up. Exactly. They look great.
All
And
right.
honestly, you need an asshole. Like, you need somebody who's just going to be like, yo, fuck you. Going to sit there on the foul line, look at you and laugh and be like, this motherfucker. And that's pretty much who Randall is. He thrives in that shit. I mean, he's that type of energy. And I love everybody else, but, I mean, all of that bullying that was going on in the Philly, like quote-unquote bullying in the Philly series, that's not happening with Randall. Like, he's gonna do something inappropriate and end up getting a check just to set the tone, just to even things out. Because I like OG, but that's not your job. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to be the number one option anymore. And honestly, I think he allows for more. I don't want to see JB going 1-on-3 no more. Like, it's like cool when he scores, but there were times where it was like, come on, fam. You know what I mean? And I just think I saw something the other day, like, as long as they keep him more to the baseline, he could end up with like 40% from three. Like baseline, like corner to corner, he was one of the league leaders. So if we going by like, some of the whatchamacallit, some of the data, I think he can they could do something by adjusting where he shoots the threes.
All right.
It's up to his attitude, and we all know his attitude sucks. But I think he's been humbled, and I do think he's heard both sides. He's heard, like, people say they don't look at, I don't look at that. You definitely look at that shit. Like, cats look at Nick's Twitter. And I think at the end of the day, if they're like, if he's humbled enough to be like, all right, cool, I could get a chip here, we'll see. And he's a year older, and it's, cats understand. Like somebody said before with PG, you don't get better. And he's coming off a major injury.
All right, giving the benefit of the doubt to Randall. Should he decide to if his attitude straightens out, yeah, he can fit. I mean, he's a solid player, man. So you know what I'm saying. Randall's about to have a career year. I mean, I can't. He's usually sarcastic, so I can't tell if he's actually being for real or not. Oh, word, mark my words. I don't know about all that.
I don't think he needs to have a quote unquote career year though, and I think it's going to be like a level of sacrifice. Like if Randall gives you 18-9, right, and shoots, 40, 18, 9, and 5, you're probably in the finals. You know what I mean? But I just, you don't think so?
If it's an efficient 18, 9, and 5, not if it's a
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like a bog, not if it's a bog the lane.
No,
no, yeah. Like,
I mean, I'm gonna
get
have 5 people.
I'm gonna get this basket no matter what. I'm gonna dribble this shit till the death, and I'm gonna get
Nah,
this fucking like.
he can't do that. He can't do that. But if he's like, and that's a big drop for him. My man averaged 24, 9 and 5 last year. If he averaged 18, 9 and 5, 19, 9 and 5, something like that, that's a big drop, right? But he's gonna get his money. So at the end of the day, it's just like if he could focus on that and like pretty much make sure that that to keep the defenses honest in regards to JB, we're a tough team to beat, man. We're a tough team to beat.
No, you schooling me, man, because like, I'm gonna let everybody know. Because again, we're gonna transition in a minute. Like the Knicks are my new squad. I fucking created a change.org to get LeBron off the team, and I said I'm not fucking with the Lakers again until I'm not rocking with the Lakers.
And what they do, they added another James just to spite you.
Yeah, the whole thing is crazy, man. It's madness. And so that's why, I've been chopping it up with my man, but like, I'm trying not to really be affected because my transition to the Knicks is there. When they added Bridges, I was happy. So like, I'm geographically closer to New York anyway. Like, so I'm trying to because the Lakers are maddening and they're a crazy squad. We're gonna transition there now, like LeBron gets his man that he's doing a podcast with, who's only coached his youth like, no wonder Jerry West, rest in peace, is going like look at all none of the OGs are around to check anybody. Magic was like, I'm out of here. Like everybody.
Who you want to be the coach? I know who I wanted for them.
He should be the coach.
Nah. I wanted Sam Cassell. I think Sam Cassell.
Who did I didn't want JJ Redick. I mean, if I were still a Lakers fan, which I'm not temporarily until this cat is gone. Like as long as he's there, and then he's got his 4.6 son. He's 4-6 in the finals. He's got his 4.6 son. They like
the numbers tell the tale.
Yo, Jeannie all hugged up on Bron. Like some shit going on back. I'm just gonna toss it out there. Fucking reckless, but like. Jeannie all hugged up on Bron, the whole shit. Jerry Buss would lose his mind right now, man. Like, Sam Cassell, Mark Jackson, please. Let's just stop. Mark Jackson.
I mean, Sam Cassell has paid his dues. He's won everywhere he's gone. Sam Cassell deserved it. And I don't think it would be the same thing that just happened with what's his name, with y'all last coach. You know what I mean? But
all over that, man. Like I know how tricks be. That shit is almost. Like my wife saw that. She loves hoops. She saw Jeannie all on Bron. She was like, oh, they fucking like he's just walking around naked or some shit, like weird shit. They all crazy. Jerry would lose his mind. Like the whole squad is crazy.
That's true.
Okay, so. Where you at with the son being like how you like because I always appreciate your pragmatic approach. So
well, what squad?
With Bronny being in like just the whole because
I mean, you know what, you could say it's he's a 55th pick. Who cares? But there were a lot of other dudes who deserved that spot. I do think. In this country, when we talk about nepotism, now we want to talk about nepotism. You know what I mean? Now it's a problem. But with Jerry Jones and 3 of his, offspring running the squad, but that's okay. I don't know. I honestly feel like, is he a completely, I mean, he's not the Nassus, you know what I mean? And the draft, thank you, and Bizzle, the draft class was kind of weak. But I just think if they said, all right, cool, G League for a year, we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see if he develops. Let's go really hard. But they're not going to do that. They're going to put him on the team. He's going to waste a roster spot during the season. Like, if they did the G League route, I could respect it, but that's not what's going to happen.
Right. They held him hostage. They strong armed him. They strong armed kind of the league and was like, we're going to fucking with Phoenix or we're fucking with LA. And that's the thing. Like, it's like, yeah, man, like, it's just like guaranteed. I mean, it's not about you making money, hating on a young cat. Like, if I were him, I was talking to my man, if I were him, I couldn't look myself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm in the league, though. And I'm in the league because I could, as an athlete who's played competitive sports, I couldn't be like, yeah, I'm cool with being in the league when I shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be here. He should be at USC for another year. I mean, like,
He should.
And so
he should have been in USC another year. No heart attack excuse. Average 16 and up.
And when has he?
And then we'll talk about it later.
Question: when has he ever been that dude on the squad? Can't think of.
I mean, and the crazy part is now you got a bunch of dudes' sons coming in who are the genuine article. You got, I saw Carmelo's son play right in the X, in Soundview. He gave cats 40. He scores easy. He's kind of like a mix between like Melo and Alex English. He's smooth. He's deliberate in his motions. Like he just like he knows how to score. And then I don't know if you've seen Master P's son. Have you seen Master P's son?
I've seen his son. He's nice too.
He scored 68 the other day in a high school game.
Yeah, my man mentioned Carlos Boozer's kids is crazy. I've seen
they're crazy.
They don't even look
so there's
like they look like they're like 40. Like they
look like grown ass men. They look like grown ass men. Gilbert Arenas' son. So like now you start to think like ego. Like does LeBron hear their footsteps? And he's like, yo, let me get him in now because next year when all these kids coming through, all these his basically like his play cousins is coming through, you know, they coming with legitimate resumes. Cause I think Carmelo's son is easily gonna average like, you know, 15 to 17 a game next year in Syracuse. Easily.
That's where he's going? He committed?
Committed to Syracuse.
I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah. And Red Ortiz is going to be his coach. You know what I mean? Who went to Talent Time. So, like, the New York vibes is crazy.
Yeah.
And he Red is known as, like, a guard developer. So, you know, here we are. We'll see what happens.
So as far as Bronny goes, my whole thing is just like, man, like again, like it's just being a Laker fan. It was like you got Bron visibly pulling the strings, and then everyone's like, "No, it's not." He JJ Redick sitting there like, "Yeah, Bronny earned this." Shut the fuck up! Like I can't. Like how are you? Like it's just hard.
It was crazy. They made him look stupid. Like one more year, and you know the NIL joints. Like he was gonna get paid anyway.
Right.
So just let him do what he's gonna do. I mean he's in LA.
I think this is LeBron's thing though, and this is where me and my man was thinking like, this is more pop stream than probably the Suns. I mean, I feel like he's kind of fucked this kid up, put him in a very awkward position. You know what I'm saying? Very awkward. Very you know. And I think that's fucked up. I think LeBron's very selfish to this, man. Just because he wants to. That you ain't gonna get no more chips, so you're gonna try to get all these like interesting accolades and shit.
Attention, and it's whack. Somebody mentioned DeJuan Wagner's kid too. He's a beast too. There's a lot of good legacy kids coming in.
Because again, because it's like, yo, your man Boogie Ellis was on your team and averaged 15 points and then went undrafted. We got Imani Bates killing cats in the G League. We got Mac busting niggas asses in the G League.
Yeah, Mac should be on. He should be on a roster.
Come on, man.
It's embarrassing at this point.
Come on.
I mean, not for nothing. Even in our own backyard, I don't know what's happening in regards to Obi's brother. Like Obi's brother averaged like 19 and 11 in Westchester, and it's like, yo, come on, man, let's go. Like they need to talk. They need to set that up better too, man. Like at some point, it's just like once you hit a certain level in the G League, there has to be like a different status where it's like they could go to any team because it's like it just sucks having these dudes here. You know what I mean? And it's like, come on, man, these dudes should be in the league.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care if he's on Detroit, like put him in the league. Like Mac should be on the team.
Mac should be on the team. Come on, man. Like it's just ridiculous by now. Like Mac, there's a lot of cats. It's embarrassing, man. Like he's you know, you can say, oh, he can't play defense or whatever. There's a lot of cats that can't play defense that can get buckets.
And Bronny's going to be sitting on an NBA bench.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the problem I have with the whole shit. It's like, okay, so again, I'm officially up. You know, I tell everybody I was a Lakers fan since 1980, but that's on hold right now because I just can't do it until he's gone.
And did y'all lose somebody else? Y'all lost somebody else significant, didn't y'all? Didn't y'all lose somebody?
I'm not fucking with him. I don't know. Let me see. Who's the Laker acquisitions? Let me see.
I think y'all lost somebody. Yo, we didn't talk about the Nuggets, man. There's a lot of weird shit going on over there.
Oh, we lost Spencer Dinwiddie and fucking. We didn't get anybody.
That's not a loss.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
that's addition by subtraction.
Exactly. Like, and we didn't get anybody.
I think you got absolutely no one. That's
nobody. But nobody wants to. We re-signed Max Christie, okay, and re-signed LeBron for 50-something mil and picked up his fucking 4.6 son. So you know what I mean? Like, and nobody wants to play LeBron. Dan Hurley, I'm UConn all day, so I'm happy. But Dan Hurley didn't want to coach them cats, and I'm glad.
Nah, he didn't want to.
He was like, nah,
he didn't want to.
I'm good.
I think Dan Hurley low key. He's like 3 years. I'm gonna be in New York.
Maybe. I mean, he's right there. He's Jersey cat. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I'm glad he's staying in Connecticut. Yo, they killing cats right now. So, UConn on top of the world, man.
Peace, Connecticut, baby. You know? Peace, Connecticut.
You know what I'm saying? Peace, Connecticut. So, all right. So that's that, man. I damn, it's 9:48. So I want to get into hour goes by quick. So I want to get into the music, man. I mean, and whatever else you getting into. I know the just released a classic joint, right? So,
yeah, man. Shout out to Rough Shade, my man Willard. He was in the chat for a minute. It's pretty much sold out, so I'm happy about that. I got a couple of copies left. And honestly, just getting up for my sister's release. Piece of Queen Heroin, her album's done and mastered. We just finished working on videos now. Yeah, it's crazy.
So
I ain't gonna talk shit. Like it's crazy.
I've heard multiple joints from it. She's pushed it back a number of times. We talked. She was supposed to come on. So she's come on once before. She's coming on the 14th. So
okay, yeah. So I'll let her talk more about it. I don't want to talk about guests or nothing, but you know, she really put a lot of effort into it. She's great at picking beats. Like she did her thing. Shout out to the Matic team. And she's that's the queen of Matic.
Man, I love her. I love y'all, man. I love y'all whole family, man. I like fucking. She's awesome. You're awesome. She's dope. You know what I'm saying? Dope energy, dope vibes, man. Just want to share that, man. Y'all good people, man. For real.
Appreciate that, man. We respect and love you, man. Everything you do, man. Out here telling the truth. You know what I mean? It's hard. That shit is definitely a hard commodity these days. You know what I mean?
It's a tough road sometimes, man. You looking at yourself like, wow, like what am I doing here? But I respect you guys and I appreciate the support, man. I mean, but she's a killer, man. Her style, like my wife is like me, like in terms of energy when we hear some certain shit. So we be making this screw faces and we put heroin on, man. She just be like, I mean, we just be tossing tables around and shit. I hate you. Like, I love you. Like, whatever. Like,
yeah. She is she a firecracker, man. She's a firecracker, man.
She stirs it up and like
so proud of her.
All of the Deadly Sin joints and all that stuff. So I'm excited about the project. I'm excited to talk to her. So yeah, like that's So what you got anything going on solo wise?
I do. I don't want to talk too much about it because I ain't done. But I'm working. Summer's been good.
Yeah.
Summer's been productive, and you know, I'm just trying to get as much done before school goes back. It's a
Yeah,
couple of projects I'm trying to work on, and if the cards go right, they'll be done before September. Because when September comes, I'm a slave to the children. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I'm back in school, and I focus on them for about a month, and then things die down a little, and I can start writing more, finishing more, get back in the lab. You know?
yeah. You teach high school, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
BS.
yeah, yeah. So no,
20 years. 20
that,
years.
that that's dope. So in the Bronx,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, right where I stay at, right in Soundview.
Oh, that's dope. That's so dope. Yeah, man, no, enough respect for that, man. So that's because I was thinking like, so you're not back, you're not doing anything classroom wise yet. You're still
Nah,
off.
nah. That's why I've been able to write. I've been able to record, and you know, I'm just grateful for the
Yeah.
time. But when it's their time, I don't shortchange them.
Oh,
You
of
know what I mean?
course. Nah, that's what's dope. And like, what do you teach again
Teach.
exactly? I know we.
I teach English and production. I teach Ableton production. Shout out to Ableton. They sent a bunch of push ones to the school a couple years back, and taught kids how to make beats, engineer, um, express themselves. And
Dope.
other than that, I teach English and AP English.
Oh
I'm a
shit,
super
dope,
nerd, B.
dope.
And
And
we
my,
talk a lot about a lot of hip hop, though. I bring a lot of hip hop in. People don't understand like how sophisticated like that amazing verses. You look at that shit and it's like, between the wordplay and the entendres and just, delivery and tone, you know.
yo, all right, I got 8 minutes, but so all right. So I got to show with brother Jay, and like we have guests on. Sometimes we had your sister on talking about like education and hip hop. So I was thinking about we should have you on and talk about that from like your perspective. You know what I'm saying? If you're down,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. We're actually me and Queen Heroin are like kind of finalizing our own education podcast. So I would love to
No,
do it because you can't talk about education enough, and I feel like a lot of the cats that I respect that are educators have a hip hop background.
yeah,
You know, even my man Jamal Bowman. Jamal Bowman was my brother. Peace to be Slim. That was his principal. They basically opened his school together, and he was a mad hip hop head. You know what I mean? So it was like that. If you're that age, you know what I mean, and you've been teaching for a minute, especially if you're a person of color, hip hop had a huge impact on you intellectually. You know what I mean? So it's ill. And obviously I talk to the kids we build, and we have our own version of Trash B, and I make them tell me like, yo, why is this good? You know what I mean? Why is this good? Why is this thing this song you try interrupting my lesson with? Is it good? Tell me why it's good. And they be stuck on stupid, and I'm like,
right,
take that bullshit off. You gonna interrupt me? Play some good shit.
right, right. No, that's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the kids are, I'm always like fuck them kids, but I love them kids, man, because
I say it too. Nah,
um,
all the teachers say FTK all day, baby. Fuck them kids.
but they're dope. There's something about them. There's
They are. They're
they,
amazing,
they
man.
they're honest. The younger ones anyway.
Not
like,
even in high school, it's
but,
like
but they're
they,
genuine. You know what I'm
they're
saying?
genuine.
And like,
They definitely will tell you how they feel,
yeah,
and
and they're
I
true.
appreciate that.
You know
You
what I
know,
mean? They check you on your bullshit.
yes,
And
they do, and they'll tell you like, "Yo, that was a good lesson." I'm like, "All right, cool." So the others was trash. They're like, "Nah, it's just this one was."
yeah,
You know what I mean? We can have like, and they keep you on your toes. You know what I mean? So it's a challenge. It's a challenge every day to keep them engaged. And we talk a lot of sports. You'd be surprised, man. Low key, yo, we talk about like a lot of kids is working for parlays. A lot of kids
that's
are hustling for parlays. Like low key, that's something I worry about. I'm like, yo, man, I saw you on the corner the other day, man. What you doing? Yo, I gotta get my money right for these parlays. I'm like, yo, be careful, fam. Get in the house. Your
man.
parlays are trash.
Uh, yeah, no, it's kids be going through it, man. So no, salute to you. Like just for trying to not, trying to keep them from falling through the cracks, man. Some will get through, but like just trying to help, man. That's a big service you're doing. So
I love
salute.
it. I love it.
So
I can't front.
we got to get on out of here, man. An hour went by quick, yo. So we got to do it again and probably like right before the season starts. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I'm with it. We could definitely do like, preseason joint. Something. We'll see what's going on in regards to training camp shit.
Yeah.
We'll do training camp joint.
Yeah, we'll do like a training camp thing, like right before the season starts. So it's always fun, man. Always good chopping it up with you. I love
Man, I enjoyed it, man. Respect to everybody in the chat. Y'all had mad good points. I was trying to point them out. A lot of heads in here. Cats know what the fuck they talking about.
Yeah, yo, cats, yo, yeah. We try not to have no slouches. I mean, you know what I mean? Like people know their shit. So it was fun. It was fun. So we'll do it again. So Queen Heroin album dropping.
This is
Breeze
D.
working on some shit. You got a date on the Queen Heroin shit?
Nah, I don't want. I'll let her get
Yeah,
it.
let her do that shit. So and you're working on some shit. So yeah.
I am.
Yes, sir. So thank you again, brother. We will talk soon. Be safe, man. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and we'll link up. You know what I'm saying? Right before we're around training camp.
All right, my brother. I'll talk to y'all. Y'all be good, man. R.I.P. DJ Polo.
Yeah, and
Chino
Gino,
XL. R.I.P. y'all.
no doubt. All right, salute, yo.
Peace.